With a News 4 weather alert on this Friday night. The winds of change are hitting western New York tonight.
Here's a live look at Cazenovia Creek right now. A flood advisory and a wind advisory are both in effect at this hour. Temperatures are dropping and snow is expected to return.
News 4 has been covering the ice jam since our wake-up show this morning. A dramatic sight earlier today when ice flows raced down the creek and then suddenly stopped, forcing the Stevenson Street Bridge to shut down. Good evening, everyone. It is going to be a bumpy night. Don Paul will join us in just a moment.
We begin our team coverage right now with News 4's Lori Schultz live with the latest from Cazenovia Creek. Lori?
Yeah, you know, you guys, I loved the sunshine and the warm temps, but you know, these warm temps brought yet another day a threat of flooding, especially along Cazenovia Creek. I'm live on the Stevenson Bridge, which remains closed, and the guy who knows all about ice jams is Don Polito. He joins me here, the assistant city engineer. What's the latest over here?
Well, we're currently monitoring two ice jams. We have one in Cazenovia Creek that extends from the Buffalo River down to the Cazenovia Street Bridge, and the second jam is in the Buffalo River, which extends from the entrance right where it meets Cazenovia Creek down towards Seneca Street. I've checked with the West Seneca Emergency Services Coordinator, and they're pretty much ice-free out their way. So we have we have all the ice into the city right now. We're going to continue monitoring throughout the night as temperatures remain above freezing. That ice field will stay loose, and we're hoping it'll flush out sometime this evening.
You know, it's been touch and go all day long. We've seen this water moving twice, actually, today, and now it's just jammed here. Any signs of movement under there as of now?
Well, there's quite a bit of water still moving under the ice field. Even though there's nothing moving on top, there's quite amount of ice coming down. The level of the creek at last check at Caz was approximately 9 feet. So there is a good amount of water still coming down from the West Seneca area that's burning and working its way underneath the ice field.
And in terms of flooding, are we seeing much flooding at all?
We did see some overtopping of the banks into Cazenovia Park earlier this morning, but as we know, Cazenovia Park's designed as a retention basin, as a bowl, so that will hold millions of gallons of water with very little damage. We did see some overtopping of the banks in the Buffalo River in certain parts of the basin near South Ogden in that area, but to my knowledge, no threat to anybody's houses.
So we'll all be watching. We've got wind and cold weather coming. Yeah. Thank you so much, Don, for joining us. Yeah, that's for sure.
Thanks,
all right, so coming up, obviously this is a sight to see. Lots of spectators here throughout the day. Hear what they have to say coming up at 5:30. Live in Buffalo, Lori Schultz, News 4.
All right, Lori, and those are pretty amazing pictures we saw earlier today. Well, Weather Watch 4 has been keeping us updated around the clock.
And let's get the latest right now from Don Paul.
Yeah, and so far we have been fortunate in that the flooding, as Don said, the other Don, well, the three of us all together, has been minor. The area I'm most concerned about later tonight is Sunset Bay at the mouth of the Cattaraugus Creek, and that is going to be related to the winds, which, while strong now, will strengthen late tonight with the passage of a second cold front. The National Weather Service has a wind advisory up for all of western New York right through tomorrow. We may get some peak gusts around midnight of up to 55 miles an hour, and a high wind watch for potentially even stronger winds, that's a watch, not a warning, is up for our Pennsylvania viewing area. Now, a flood advisory for flooding in progress is in effect until late this evening around 10 o'clock for the Buffalo area streams and creeks, and also you see that little bit of green, that's Sunset Bay, and also some flooding has occurred near Silver Creek. As these winds increase late tonight, I do have some concerns that may push some of the Lake Erie ice back up into the Cattaraugus Creek and produce a larger jam than exists there now, and an evacuation may be necessary. Here are some peak gusts in the last few minutes, close to 40 miles an hour in Buffalo. We've had a few stronger gusts than that, but as I said, the gusts are actually going to be strengthening later tonight, and then tomorrow we'll be dealing with some potential brief whiteouts during the morning as snow showers and squalls move in combined with these strong winds. And at the end of the weekend, Don and Jackie, I'll be telling you about a storm system that could bring us a messy mix of precipitation. Be back in a few minutes.
Wow.
Okay.
There's a lot there. Well, our News 4 wake-up crew, look at these pictures, captured a breaking point during our live coverage along the creek this morning. It's amazing. Our camera was rolling when ice began to break up and flow down the creek.